What's going on, people? I usually say welcome to the Roses Bookshop on eBay in my basement, but we are not in my basement. We are in my sunroom because I want to do something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I'm going to do something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I love journaling, and I think journaling really helps people sort out their feelings, and especially as a writer, journaling helps you figure out your characters, what it is you want them to say. It helps you kind of decide how the plot is going to go, things like that. And so I just love journals. I have journals I've been keeping a journal since my mother gave me a diary back when I was probably, I think maybe I was 12 years old. She gave me this little blue diary, that it was a blue 1 year diary. I remember that. So I've been journaling since then, and I will journal in anything. I like journals. I like notebooks. I like certain pieces of paper. I like pens. I just love writing. And as much as I love typing, because I also love typing, I love typing on the computer, I love typing on my laptop, but I also really, really love journaling. So here's some of, like I said, I'll write in anything. Here's this notebook. I found this notebook, I think it was in Target or someplace a while ago. I think it was there, or maybe Walgreens. I can't remember, but I got this. I like the way it feels. There's something about it that I like the way it feels. I like the pages. And so it's just the blank lines journal, notebook really. And I use it for everything. Right now, I'm using it to map out the Hilda film that I'm doing. So all these tabs are things that I found important about the that I want to go back to, that I need to go back to as I'm finishing up the script. And so everything about Hilda is in here, is in this notebook. This here, same thing. I found this in, I think, the dollar store, and there was something about it that I just liked. It doesn't have to be fancy. I just like certain notebooks. And this one too has journals. This too has something about Hilda. This is where I started taking my notes on, jotting down my notes on Hilda. So I refer back to this a lot because this is the basis for that film. And so that's there. I love this one. I just love the feel of it. And in this one I write everything in. I write my grocery list. I write what I'm going to do when I get home. I write what I'm going to cook when I get home. And of course there are notes in here about the film and about the books I'm working on, the characters and things like that. Yeah, I just really love this book. Also the crazy thing about this journal, it has notes about my mom, like when she was going back and forth to the hospital, and notes that questions that I had for the doctor and stuff like that. And so this journal will always be special to me, no matter what, because it has the last notes that I was writing about my mom. And what's weird is, and I'm just going to touch on it a little bit, I don't want to stay on it too long. I have questions in here about questions for the doctors about her care and what we can expect and things like that. And since she didn't make it, this journal also has me writing down her funeral arrangements and things like that. So this journal is always going to be special, and I don't lose any journals, but this one I will never lose, not at all. So okay. So that journal, and then I have these that I haven't written in. This is something that I found. I just like the cover. And it doesn't have to have lines. It can have blank pages, like that. I like this one. A friend of mine named Devlin, he published my second novel because he was a publisher at the time. He created this journal. And so I just love the mud cloth, and it's a blank line, and it has these corners, these little gold corners and things like that. So I love this journal, and I haven't written in it yet because, sometimes when I finish a journal, I have to decide which journal I'm going to write in next, and it depends on what I'm working on, what my mood is, and something like this. I don't want to just, it's going to be something special that goes in here once I start. Now, once I start it, then I'll put everything in here, but I have to pick it and decide, okay, this is what I want to write this journal in. I don't want to mess my journal up with certain ideas. I don't know if you're like that. Let me know in the comments if that's how you are with your journals. I found this journal, I believe, in Walmart. It's a line of journals that this young lady has made. And so on the front it says she's extraordinary, she is creative, she's intelligent, she's phenomenal, she is confident, she is kind, she is important, she is magical, she is authentic, she is amazing. I am she is me. I just love it. Thomasina Kama, I can't pronounce her last name. I don't want to butcher her last name, but there she is. But I liked her journals. It's a blank line journal, and so I just love the feel of it. I like the positive sayings, and like I said, this channel is all about promoting niceness, people being nice to each other, being supportive and helping each other, because we need that. So I like that. I found this Black Lives Matter journal in a place called Sankofa. And it has this journal belongs to, and it has different sayings at the top. So I haven't written anything in here yet. Again, it's just something I don't want to just throw anything in these types of journals. So it has stuff about God, Proverbs and things like that. And so I really love that. And we definitely need this. And then again, because of who I am, this journal, I just love the feel of it. For God so loved the world, he gave his one and only son, John 8:16. So, and I just love the cover. I love being able to open this like that. I love the words down at the bottom, and I like the lines. So, and I haven't figured out quite what I'm going to write in this. I was thinking of using it as notes for Bible study, which I have not gone back to Bible study yet, but I will at some point. But yeah, that's why I like this one. I just love the case that it's in. It's just beautiful. So, and like I said, I've always wanted to have my own line of journals. So I created mine. My first one is don't be afraid to fail, be determined to succeed. This saying came to me when I was in my last year of undergrad. I was pregnant with my first son. I was tired of school. I wanted to go home. I didn't want to do anything else, and I was having trouble writing this term paper that I had to do. And if I didn't write it, I wasn't going to graduate. But I just did not feel like doing it. And so I think maybe too I was afraid that well, let me put it this way. I started feeling afraid that I wasn't going to be able to write the paper because I just wasn't into it. And so on the way home one day, I said to myself, don't be afraid to fail, be determined to succeed. And I wrote it on a piece of paper, and I've stuck with that ever since. And so my first journal, that's what I wrote. That's what I made. I made this journal that says, don't be afraid to fail, be determined to succeed. And it's just a blank line journal. I want to do different colors. I like this color, but I think I'm going to do some different colors when I do it again. Then I have my Baltimore Neighborhoods Journal. This journal lists about 130, I think, neighborhoods in Baltimore, Howard Park. There's a place called Hose Heights. I didn't know that there was a place called Hose Heights, but it's spelled Hoes. It's not what we think it, but I just thought it was funny. There's Park Heights on here, Langston Hughes, Cherry Hill, Lucille Park, Clipper Mill, Forest Park, Morgan Park, Edmondson Village, Coppin Heights, Penn North. You know, I wanted to shout out a bunch of neighborhoods that you only hear about in the news in a negative way. And so while I have the other neighborhoods that you hear about all the time, I wanted to also just put the neighborhoods that people generally try to associate with bad, something bad. And every neighborhood is not bad. That's like every neighborhood is not good. And so I definitely wanted to shout out these neighborhoods, especially some of them are mine, and my friends live there and things like that. Cold Spring, Park Heights, Langston Hughes, Lucille Park, Arlington, it's just great. It's just so great having this notebook. And I'm going to do a second one because I'm missing some of the other neighborhoods. So this is one of my favorites, and somebody requested that I make a hardcover and in a different color, so I did that. So this is the hardcover version with the same neighborhoods listed and the same blank lines. So yeah, this is what I do. Now, what I want to do, I don't know if I'll be able to do it weekly or every other week because I don't. While I'm definitely going to let me start over again. While I'm definitely going to keep up doing these videos once a week, I don't know if I'll have enough time to do a journaling video each week. But I'm going to really, really push because again, my main thing is making sure I have enough time to write. I have to finish the Hilda script because we have to start filming because the apartment that I'm using, my girlfriend is moving. We're using my girlfriend's apartment and she's moving at the end of May. So I have to get this filmed, and I'm thinking it's going to take us about 3 or 4 weekends to get everything filmed the way we need it filmed. And after that, I can take my time because then I just have the another scene that's someplace else. But yeah, so what I want to do is for this episode, let's do a little bit of journaling. I have this timer. It's a 5-minute timer. And I was thinking for 5 minutes, let's just journal, okay? Let me see what journal I'm going to write in. And while I'm figuring that out, why don't you get yourself a piece of paper? If you have a notebook, if you're a journaler, go ahead and get your journal. And let's write something together. So I think I'll write in the one with my mom. And I just got to figure out what I'm going to write. And a lot of people are intimidated about journaling. They think that they have to write these brilliant things. And all journaling is how you feel. You write whatever it is that's on your mind. And if right now there's nothing on your mind, just write, nothing's on my mind. And just keep writing, nothing's on my mind until something comes in. Something will come in, Journaling, I take for granted that I can open up a journal and start writing. I didn't realize that people had a problem just opening up a book and starting to write. I hear that people are just confused about what I do, and they see a blank page and they don't know how to fill it. Well, you just fill it with whatever it is you want to fill it with. And so that's why I want to start just with a 5-minute timer where we just journal for 5 minutes. I'll have this little timer here. I think you can see it. I'm not sure. I'll put it on top of something so that it's raised up so that you can see it. Give me a second. How about I put it on top of the journals? That will work. How about that? Is that high enough? Yes. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll put it there. Okay? So, see, everything's in this journal. A shot list for the camera movements, because that's what I'm working. That's what's on my mind right now. What's on my mind is Hilda, getting Hilda filmed. Okay, so we are going to journal for 5 minutes. Okay, open up your book. I'll give you a few minutes to get settled. I'll get myself settled. And just so you'll know when you started, I always write the day, the date, and the time I start writing. And right now for me, it's 6:10. So I'm going to turn this over, and we're going to write for 5 minutes. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Okay. 5 minutes seems like a long time, and in that 5 minutes I almost filled up this page. So you can share what you want to read, what you've written with people, or you don't have to. um, I'm going to read a little bit of what mine is. Okay, so I wrote down Saturday, March 15th, 2025, 6:11 p.m. Today, Melody had her baby, a baby boy. She named him after Daddy, Alphonsa Montgomery Barron. I know Daddy and Mommy are smiling. That is so cool because today is Daddy's birthday. Now, since Melody is in New Zealand, I know they're a day ahead, so I don't know if Alphonsa came on the 15th or the 16th. But either way, it's a wonderful thing. I'm going to Nina Fox's play tonight. I have to go by myself because I forgot to buy the tickets in advance. Michael was supposed to go with me, but it's a sold out show, which is pretty cool. So I was able to kind of squeeze in. I called Nina and asked her if she could make it so I could attend, because this is the weekend that she will be there. The play is going to be playing next week, but she won't be there, and I want to be there to see her and give her a big hug. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I wrote in that 5 minutes. And like I said, journaling, there's no right or wrong way to do it. You don't even have to do a timer. You just do what you can do when you do it. I don't time myself when I'm journaling. I just journal. But I thought it would be helpful for people who are having a hard time journaling. I don't know if it helped, so let me know if the timer helped or just put pressure on you to make sure that you wrote something. And you don't have to write fast. You don't have to write a million words. You just write, and it actually helps. Writing helps you to, just release some things. And sometimes people are afraid to write down how they're feeling because they're afraid somebody else may find their journal and read their private thoughts. And that's a legit way to feel. But some people, they can write it and just tear it up if you want to do that. But just I highly recommend just journaling, just writing down your feelings, just getting certain things out, and it can help you organize. It can help you do so many things. So yeah. So that's it for this time. I'm definitely going to do it again because it was fun, and I'll see what your responses are. But I think I can do this. I think I might be able to push out 2 videos a week. One just talking about my writing and what books I sold, because I'm thinking if I combine talking about writing with packing books or listing books, then that'll take care of that. And then I can just have this special time for journaling. So just let me know in the comments if you like what I just did, and if you want to see more. Okay, so I have to go and get ready for Nina's play. And I know it's going to be great. And so I will let you all know. So thank you. And I will see you next time.